All right, iPhone delivery day. Shout out UPS for attempting delivery about 7 hours before they normally attempt deliveries. But he did come back like 12 hours later. So actually got quite a few stuff here. So let's kind of get these organized out. Phones, cases, new dock. Well, actually phones, Apple Watch cases, new dock. AirPod Max. Enough yapping, let's get into the unboxing. First up, Cosmic Orange iPhone 17 Pro, 1 terabyte. I'm coming from a 16 Pro Max, and just like everyone is nowadays, downsizing, just tired of the big phone. I originally had a 14. Let's go ahead and I originally had a 14 Pro, downsized from a 12 Pro Max, and went back to a Pro Max with the 15 because, you know, they made it lighter with the titanium. It was a little bit easier to hold on the side, and I'm normally team no case. And that one was nice. I'd kept that, and then remember with the 16, they actually made them a little bit bigger, so it went from a 6.7 to a 6.9, so I'm done with it. Just give me back to this. Plus, apparently the battery life on this phone is the same as the 16 Pro Max, and the 16 Pro Max, it never dies on me. The battery's been great, so let's go ahead. It's like copper. It almost looks copper-esque. Let's flip that over. Oh, wow, this feels great in the hand. Oh, I'm really liking the feel of aluminum. It's so light, too. I mean, I know I'm coming from a 16 Pro Max, so this is definitely bigger, so it's not apples to apples, but I guess it's apples to oranges. I'm sorry. I had to do it. I know everyone's like, oh, you got to get the silver or the blue because it matches your fit and pictures. And dude, come on, man. We all know that so many people upgrade every year. If you're upgrading every year, man, just get the crazy color. Here is the USB-C cable, braided, looks pretty nice. The only thing other in the box is like 2 pieces of paper. It tells you that you got an eSIM now, which apparently not all the 17 models have eSIM, or the 17 Pros, and the ones that do have eSIM actually have a bigger battery. So this is a 16 Pro. Honestly, I think the 16 Pro in white was like the biggest sleeper phone of the year. I still think it looks so good, mainly because the back is like a white. You know, it's like this material, but just everywhere. What color is this?
Sienna.
Sienna? Like the SUV?
Yeah.
Welcome back in time. This box has still not been opened, so we're going to put that off to the side. And we're going to get straight on in to, honestly, what I'm more excited about than the phones, which is the Apple Watch Series 11 Hermes edition with the like new blue band and everything that they showed off, with the new bird watch face. And this will be the first time I am getting an Apple Watch that's not an Ultra. I had an Apple Watch Series 4, the 44 millimeter, which back then was the biggest one. It was in aluminum. And then I went to an Ultra when that first came out. And then I got the black Ultra 2 when that came out. And I've really just started to hate the Ultra watch. It's too big, it's too bulky. I don't think the black looks good with anything. And apparently the Hermes is the only way to get actual silver, because the normal versions are like a natural titanium. Like this is still titanium, it just apparently looks very silvery. So I have a silver watch on here, so we'll be able to compare, but. Okay, we'll put this right here. It is kind of sad to see that Hermes is no longer doing leather, just because Apple is like, oh, no more leather. So let's first open this. I think this is the band, so y'all can see the band. Okay, so I think they're trying to go with what a lot of luxury and designer brands do. So think of like Louis Vuitton, Goyard, Hermes, where they all come in this almost cloth-like packaging. This is definitely not cloth. This is like, I could rip this. It feels like paper. It feels like it's trying to be like cloth. So this is probably their environmental friendly version, but let's see if we can't find this strap in here. There it is. It's the blue one. Anything else? Nope, got a little bit of paperwork in here. Says, let me see what this says here. Designed by Apple in California and Hermes in Paris. Normally I don't look at this stuff, but considering I haven't bought a non-ultra in a very long time, I wonder if this is just the default because this is like the new band and new watch face they showed off, or if this is specific to whatever watch band that you get. Put that off to the side, and let's go ahead and get into the watch itself. This was a one size, so I didn't get to pick a size. All right, here we go. Designed by Apple in California, Hermes in Paris. Looks like this just slides out. Oh, that's pretty neat. Look at that. The horse playing the drums. That's pretty cool. You can read that. Oh, so it does come with an extra band. You know, I had heard that they did, but I wasn't sure if that was like still a thing, or maybe if I like misheard, or if that was like the old Apple Watch edition. Okay, and it's not just a normal orange band either. It's actually, you can see right there, Hermes band. So it is branded, and it does look like it is the medium large. As for the charger, same thing, braided. Oh wow, that looks silver. Like that does not look like titanium. The last time I had a non-ultra, they still had the red on the ring if it was a cellular. And as Hermes is only cellular, I assume maybe that just isn't a thing anymore, or, well, I'm probably gonna turn it on and trying to get it out of here. That is very, very silver. Yeah, I did see the natural titanium one, and it looks similar, but this is definitely a lot more shiny. It's also super light too. Right there, Apple Watch Series 11, Hermes, sapphire crystal, 46 millimeter titanium case, WR50, cellular GPS. Looks like the band is actually on the back. I don't know if that's a normal thing. Like I said, I haven't had an Apple Watch since the Series 4, excluding the Ultras. I believe the strap with the buckle goes on the top, so that's what we'll do. Let's get this turned on. Hermes Paris, made in France. Pretty neat. It feels like there's nothing on my wrist. That's crazy how light this thing is. We're gonna set that off to the side as we grab our 17 Pro and do the peel. This will also be the first year, normally I'm a caseless person, but I still do rock a screen protector. This is gonna be the first year I don't put anything on it. It's just gonna be naked the whole year. And maybe I'll do a video about how it holds up to not use a case. I am pretty careful with my devices. I've never broken or shattered one, and go ahead and knock on some wood there. Let's go ahead, let's get it turned on. One of the reasons for that decision to not run a screen protector is actually because apparently the front here uses Ceramic Shield 2, which is 3 times more scratch resistant. Set up new iPhone, yes. Tech woven. I looked at the guy in the Apple store and I was like, how many people are picking up orange with green cases? And he was like, you know, I've only seen like 2 or 3 go out today. And he was like, but one of my coworkers got it like as soon as he came in, literally for the meme. So orange with green. God, this is so ugly. I don't hate it, but I'm still gonna be caseless this year. And I think something is like messed up here because it's not software updating at all. Let's get that off. While we're waiting for that, we got 2 other things to unbox. First is this right here, the Belkin 2-in-1 wireless charging dock with MagSafe. They actually have a version of this because this is the old version with 15 watt wireless charging with MagSafe. They do have a new one that sports the new 25 watt, but considering this is like an overnight thing, I'd actually prefer to charge at a slower speed, but still have MagSafe, if that makes sense. Plus the new one they have coming out has like a 3-in-1. And to be honest with you, I don't ever charge my AirPods next to me. Plus apparently the 25 watt ones have like a fan on it and everything. And if I am sleeping next to it, I don't know. This one kind of just was everything I needed. But the big thing is that I just really didn't care for the 3-in-1 look. Slap that down like that. And the iPhone 17, just like that. And you can kind of see it. Because you all are already here, might as well show you in case you're curious what they look like, because I couldn't find it online. Here are my current, these are USB-C AirPod Maxes. These are my go-to over-ear headphones. Left, right, left, right. Man, these look really blue under the light, but honestly, I'm kind of digging this look. I don't hate it. Let's see how they feel. You know, you get a new pair of ear cups. It puts the drivers back at the correct position. Oh yeah, these feel great. I mean, these didn't feel bad after a year, but you can definitely see they're starting to get really worn down, dirty. I work out in them, resistance training, not like, you know, moving or CrossFit or cardio or whatever. I have AirPods for that. How is it gonna take 3 hours? Like, Apple, let me take a USB cable. Both these phones have USB 3. Let me connect them together. All right, watch has been set up. You'll see I got the new face there. Actually, every time you flip it, it's like a different animation it plays. All right, so that's a different one right there. As for the band, I didn't think I was gonna like the band. No, I actually really do like it. And keep in mind, you know, I come from the Trail Loop on the Ultra, which is notoriously known as like the most comfortable Apple Watch band. And honestly, I think this is pretty comfortable. Now, I also do think just, you know, because this watch is lighter, it's thinner, that also just adds to how this feels just so much more comfortable on the wrist than the Ultra. Man, I really started to hate the Ultra there at the end, and that's one of the reasons I just stopped wearing it. But what stopped me from changing was the battery life. Until this year, where all the new Apple Watch Series 11s are now rated for 24 hours over 18. This is the first time the normal Apple Watch has had an improved battery life since I don't even know how long it's been. But yeah, I took it yesterday to Kings Island, which is like an amusement park, got up, took it off the charger at about 11 a.m. and did not get home until midnight. So roughly about 13 hours, and I was still at 50%. In fact, I didn't go to bed till about 3 a.m. I took the watch off, put it on the charger, and I still had over 45% worth of battery. Keep in mind, it's cellular. Cellular is active. Now, of course, I had my phone with me, so not as if it was just by itself, but still, as of today, I think I took it off the charger at like 2 o'clock, did a workout, have been wearing it ever since, and we are currently at 70%. So, and it's currently about 9:20. Yeah, big fan of the band. We'll probably buy a few more of the Hermes bands, as you actually do get access to the other Hermes faces. So here's the Lucky Horse. Here's the just really clean look with the date there at the bottom. And all around, I'm just really happy to be done with the Ultra. And while we're on the topic of battery life, if you are coming from a Pro Max, like a 15 Pro Max or a 16 Pro Max, and you're downsizing to the normal Pro, yeah, so far battery life has been really good. This is an eSIM model, so it does have that bigger battery, which means that the battery life has actually been comparable to my 16 Pro Max. And that's even with the whole, you know, you get a new iPhone, they tell you the first few days the battery tends to suck a little bit more just because it's learning your routine, it's optimizing, downloading all your stuff in the background, this and that. Yeah, been really good so far. Hang on. One more thing. You probably already guessed by the thickness of the box. Yeah, I went back to the Apple store and bought an iPhone Air in Cloud White, 512 gigabytes. This is actually the only one they had available. They didn't have 1 terabyte or 256. 256 is what I would have probably chose just because this will be the business phone, which is typically what I do every year. I'll take my old phone. So my 16 Pro Max was supposed to become my business phone, but I went ahead and I traded that in toward this. They actually gave me like $700, so this was only like $400 or $500. Gladly paid it because, man, once you get one of these in your hand, it's like a piece of jewelry almost. And it really just reminds me of something that Steve Jobs would have done. Like, it's completely unnecessary, but just the way that it came out is just so beautiful and elegant. And yeah, so let's go ahead and let's break this bad boy open. I also love how they just called it iPhone Air, not iPhone 17 Air. I'm telling you right now, mark my words, what they did with iOS, they're going to do with the iPhones eventually. They're going to kill the subsequent iPhone naming, and they're just going to start calling it whatever the coming up year is going to be. So like next year, maybe we'll see an iPhone 27, or this is the iPhone for 2027. Also, something else I noticed when I was undoing the pros is that the sticker for the front of the screen, the icons are color matched. That is, you can see the stickers are, or the icon buttons are orange. Oh, I mean, man, oh, this is so nice. The back here is pretty much the exact same shade as the 16 Pro. So if you like the 16 Pro, you're not a fan of the aluminum unibody, and you had white for the 16 Pro, I mean, this may be the one to get. Oh, it just feels so crazy in the hand. It feels so good. It looks beautiful too. These side rails, they're shiny. It still is titanium, it's not stainless steel, so it is pretty lightweight. But man. Oh, it even has the, I didn't even realize it still had the camera button on the side. It has the action button. I mean, it's just so beautiful. I don't even care if it has one camera or a nerfed, you know, whatever the whatever chip is. I don't care. It's just, it's so beautiful. Let's turn it on. Yeah, so it's just ever so slightly bigger. But there we go, setup is complete. And man, this thing just feels and looks like, I keep saying it, a piece of jewelry. It's actually funny how all the internals are like stored up here. This part up here gets hot, but the rest down through here is like pretty cool. Like down through here is like pretty cool. And then you get up to here, it gets a little bit warmer. And then right through here, it gets really hot. So I think it's just so impressive that they shoved everything up here in this little, is this also called a plateau? But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I don't really know what this channel is. I kind of just post whatever I'm currently interested in. I do have a 5090 9800X 3D build in a Form T1 coming out sometime soon. It's been done now for like the last few months. I just haven't got around to the video. If y'all are interested in, I mean, just take a look at the channel. If y'all are interested in stuff like that, then you can subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.